So I wanted to share with you today one of my favorite illustrations about what Jesus accomplished for us on the cross. And I love this illustration because it's easy to do sitting in a coffee shop, talking to somebody when you don't have a lot of resources at your disposal, but you want to try and help somebody just understand what Jesus really did for us on the cross. All you really need is 2 napkins and something to write with. And what I like to do is just explain to people that you and I, we're a lot like this, right? We have sin in our past. We have sin in our present. We're going to have sin in our future. We're not just this clean, perfect white napkin. We've got the stain of guilt on our lives. And so we look a lot like this. And we kind of continue to add to that picture throughout our lives. In the eyes of God, we're covered with sin. But there's this really cool verse in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 21. It's talking about Jesus, and it says that God, He made Jesus, who knew no sin, to become sin for us, so that we might become the righteousness of God in Him. It's like, here's you, okay? Here's Jesus. He's perfect Son of God, 33 years on planet Earth, no sin. But God made this Jesus who knew no sin to become sin for us. He took our sin and He placed it upon Jesus while He was on the cross. And then He punished Jesus for our sin. But He made Him who knew no sin to become sin for us so that we might become the righteousness of God in Him. What God is saying is that when you put your faith in Jesus Christ dying on the cross for your sins, you are like wrapped up in the righteousness of Christ. You become, in the eyes of God, the perfect righteousness of God because of what Jesus did on the cross. He covers you in His righteousness. And your sins, they're dealt with, they're washed away, they're removed from you as far as the east is from the west. God no longer sees you as this when you trust in Jesus. He sees you as the righteousness of God in Jesus Christ. And that is the beauty of the gospel, that we can stand before God accepted. We can stand before God unafraid of judgment because of this incredible work that Jesus accomplished for us on the cross. He has made us acceptable, perfectly righteous in the eyes of God through His death for our sin. That's something to rest in, to rejoice in, to believe in. You guys have a great day. Hey, thanks for tuning in to Talking About Jesus with Mason Lockwood. Our channel is a place where you can consistently find teaching and illustration about who Jesus is and what Jesus did. Our hope is that it would be always encouraging, sometimes hilarious, and just plain fun to watch. So thank you for tuning in. Come back, share it with your friends, and have a great day.